this is take 2 of this video. A couple of weeks ago I went riding with Kass and my camera went flat.
It cost me about $800, so should I say that?
Yeah,
we've already done an $800 one.
Since then he's done a bit more to this bike, and this is for an adventure ride that we've done before and filmed before, and we're going to go do it again in a couple of weeks. So this is the day we run our tanks dry. We're going to fill them up to the brim. This one's full. He's got a side tank I'll show you in a second. My bike's full. It's over here. It's the Honda way. What we're going to do is just ride until his tanks completely run out and see what kind of distance can we get, because this adventure ride, I think the longest distance between fuel stops is about 150 kilometers. So let's take a look at this Dax. So this is Kass's, I'll take his jacket. This is Kass's bike. It's a Lifan repowered Honda. Basically, he's got this side tank here, which is actually fed through to the main tank, which is under the seat. How does the seat open? Is it that? Yeah, sweet. You've got some custom rust.
Yeah, that's
the tank's full. It's full. Now, traditionally, the tanks on these bikes, which are under the frame here, are around 2.7 or 2.9 litres, I think. 2.5. Wow, okay. And this is giving you an extra how much? 2.3 litres. So what, that's 4.8? Yeah.
Not sure if it's usable litres because of the height of the carb to where the tanks are.
Yeah. So just like my Jelly, Kass may eventually need to run some kind of vacuum fuel pump, but I don't know where you'd put it. Alright, so we've got a full jerry can and or fuel can. It's letting a bit of fuel out.
Gosh dang it, we are so lucky to live in a city where good roads are only about a 15-minute ride away. Anyway, before I was talking about Kass's fuel tank, he's got the one under his seat and he's got the one on the left hand side there. They are plumbed together, and I'm quite curious to see how they will empty. The one on the left side has a lower point than the one on the inside, I believe, or if not, they're very similar. So I'm wondering, is one going to empty first and then is it going to feed from the other? Are they both going to empty at the exact same rate? It'll be interesting to find out. Of course, can't have a ride without Kass doing wheelies, can we? I think that's actually how you can tell the medical condition of Kass. If he's not doing wheelies, you need to get him checked out. Something wrong. So we've got some more long winding roads before we get to gravel. I'm just trying to emulate what we'll actually be riding on this long event, which is a small amount of tarmac and a lot of gravel, loose gravel roads. My feet are scraping. Currently in third, chopped down to second. You really got to be focusing on how far you look through the corner on these kinds of roads. It's all about who brakes the best and who accelerates the earliest. Kass, bearing in mind, only has drum brakes on that, and he holds his own around here. This is always the fun part, the transition from tarmac to gravel. He's got a clutch, jealous. This isn't the usual gravel road. Last time we came up here it was tarmac and they've ripped it all out. So now we're having a bit of an off-road fest a bit earlier than we thought. You'll notice our speeds kind of don't change a dramatic amount from tarmac to, of course, to dirt. No, tarmac to gravel. Our speeds don't change a dramatic amount from tarmac to gravel. That's because these are small bikes and they're usually tapped out no matter what. This is crazy. I haven't been down here. Kass has. He told me, let's go down here, and here we are. What the heck? This is such a narrow little road. It feels like it's not a public road. It feels like a driveway or an entranceway into like a public park. I swear I just chucked my turn signal on in the corner back there. Wow, this has totally been just cut out of the hill, wherever we are. Look at this here and that there. How cool. Oh, did you see that? Oh, that looked fun. here we are on gravel. We've only really done about 40 kilometers, so we need to step up our pace because we've stopped a few times and it's really just been limiting our distance. So we're trying to ride roads that are somewhat similar to the terrain we'll be doing on our long adventure ride, so we can kind of get an accurate idea of worst case how far we can go on our tank. So it's all wide open riding and generally just not trying to be economical in any way, shape or form, because if you do a fuel test where you're just trying to use as little as possible, it gives you a false sense of security. For example, I might be able to do 180 kilometers or something like that, which is a lot on a tank if I'm just being super gentle and never wide open throttle. But if I go on the ride, I'll probably be slamming it wide open, doing as well as I can, and I'll find that, oh heck, I can only do 140, 150. So I really need to plan accordingly. And remember, these are small bikes with small tanks. I have fuel injection working in my favor, but that's about it. Woohoo! She's slippery. Had to slow down there.
Alright, so we've done about 60 k's so far, 61 kilometers to be precise. It's been going well. Let's go have a look at what the fuel tanks are like and what levels they're at. I'd say maybe halfway for me. Maybe I've got a little bit longer. What about you, Kass? How do you think you've been going?
I don't know, I might have quarter of a tank left.
Alright.
If I'm being hopeful. It's about half. We're still above here, so we're
Still above there.
Yeah, we're well above half.
So Kass seems to be above halfway. Let's go have a look at my fuel tank. I've got a fuel gauge, by the way. Yeah, she's got heaps. I'm fine. I guess we'll go keep riding.
Oh gosh, she's pretty jutty. We always knew that was going to happen. Good on him. What a view!
Welcome to Small Bike Stuff. Still trying to get rid of this gasoline.
I always forget how to ride these low fan motors, mate.
All up.
Woo! I shouldn't have jumped that, but I did. I still... I know I've already done the $800 adventure bike video, but this also cost $800 to build. I forgot where my brakes were. Yeah. There's a corner, Kass. Yeah, sweet. Yeah, boy. Alright, so here we are. We've done 106 kilometers on a single tank. I'm finally in the red. Kass is getting pretty low, but he's doing very well, and I'm super impressed with how that bike's been able to handle this distance. Doing over 100 kilometers to the tank. Gosh, some Harley Davidsons don't fare much better than this. And here he is. And off he goes. G'day, mate. Why won't they run out? This is ridiculous. Done about 116, 117 Ks. As I was just saying, we've done about 120 kilometers so far. My bike, that's no surprise. The Honda Wave should be able to achieve that. It's got a 5.4-ish litre tank. But Kass, on the other hand, the original tank would usually give a range of about 60 to 70, maybe 80 kilometers. It's quite a small tank, 2.5 litres. Now he's doubled that. Will he be able to get double the range? All thoughts point to yes, but I guess we'll find out. I reckon you can make it across that little bit of water, eh?
I was thinking about it.
Well, no, I mean across this way. It's salt water. Who cares? It's just a wave. I'm gonna have to wash this bike harder than I've ever washed it before. It's all seawater. Honda Wave for sale. One lady owner. Never been ridden on the beach. Always garaged. Never left out exposed to the elements. Always treated with care. Never ridden wide open. That's such a terrible idea. Anyway, I've found out what happens with his tanks. The tank on the left side, the lowest point, is much lower than the main tank. It looks like the main tank's almost completely run out at this point, and all he's doing is sucking fuel from that side tank. Now, it'll be interesting to see if it runs into any kind of vapor lock issues here, because the other fuel outlet on the main tank will just be sucking air at the moment, but it doesn't seem to be bringing him any issues. We've done over 120 kilometers. It'd be kind of cool if it runs out on the way back to where we're going, because then we'll know exactly how far that thing can manage on a full tank. At the moment I'm getting almost below the red. That thing's burbling a little bit. I wonder if that's low fuel or that's just how it's been running, because he has mentioned there's been a couple of running issues with it. I mean, it goes, but on decel and acceleration it's just not the smoothest. He's running out. Is that it? Yeah, all good, all good, all good, all good, all good, all good. No, you got more, mate. Is that it? That's it! That's it! Haha! I am the winner! Is that it? Did it actually run out? Yeah. Oh yeah, awesome. 136 kilometers to a tank.
Shit, yeah.
That's incredible. I was just saying to myself then, I'm pretty sure stock is like 70 to 80 kilometers from a tank.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's double or not. And it pretty much is. The main tank definitely used all the fuel.
There's a little bit in there, but hardly anything. So,
So it's working. It's working.
That's so cool.
Good on you, man.
Now it's gonna go glug 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 into that one. So what was the? Oh, I had to make 160, didn't I?
Yeah.
We did it. Maximum capacity on this was 4.8 litres.
Maximum.
I've supposedly got a 5.3 litre tank, and Kass has managed to do 136 kilometres on a tank from dead full to dead empty, and that's not being economical, that's riding around being as ridiculous as you can. That's awesome. I'm still not sure what my wave does, but I'm gonna check how much is left in it now. So probably around 150 kilometers I can get to a tank. There you go. How far can this bike go on one tank? 136 k's. Does that really matter to anyone else? No, because no one else has the same tank setup. But it's interesting to know. And this is the kind of stuff we do before we go on long rides. Always make sure your bike's prepared and ready and tested and